Deep in the heart of Ntambu, a beautiful and peaceful village, lived a girl called Kukenga. Kukenga was a very delightful and beautiful young woman. She was the pride of her mother's womb and the jewel of her father's heart, as many would say. Because of the love and bond she shared with her parents, many people envied her, except for one thing. She was bald. Not just any kind of bald. Kukenga's head was like the moon on a cloudless night. It was very bald and shiny. Not a single strand of hair had ever graced her scalp. Not since the day she was born. And now, at 24 and ripe for marriage, no man would so much glance at her. The children in the village would tease her and call her names. Elderly women would stare at her, wondering what kind of a child she was. Perhaps she is a child of the witch doctor, they would whisper. The elders of the village often shook their head in pity. She is beautiful, they would murmur. But what man will marry a woman with no hair? A woman must have thick braids to keep her husband's heart tied to her. Otherwise, with such a bowed head, he would simply roll away into another woman's arms, they would whisper. Her mother, Mama Kalenga, loved Kukenga so much. She tried so many things to make her hair grow. Rubbing her scalp with shea butter, chanting old remedies, even sneaking to the river at dawn to collect sacred herbs. But nothing worked. The more Kukenga grew, the shinier her head became. One day, the village had a festival. They called it Suitors Festival, where young men from Ntambu and beyond traveled to seek brides. It was a colorful festival. Drums beat, songs filled the air, and girls lined up, their hair braided and adorned with beads. Oh, how beautiful they looked. Kukenga stood among them, her head reflecting the sun like a well-polished calabash. And then, one by one, the men approached, greeting the girls with smiles. Oh, how they looked adorable. They looked at Kukenga, their eyes widening in surprise, and walked away, as if she was a spirit. A lump formed in her throat, and her eyes cast downward, swallowing her tears. Later that evening, as she sat by the river, drowned in her sorrows, a shadow fell over her. For a moment, she was scared and froze. Then she turned and found herself staring into the dark, piercing eyes of a stranger. He was tall, with skin like roasted coffee beans and arms strong like that of a warrior. "You are Kukenga?" he asked, his voice deep like the earth before the rain. She nodded, bracing herself for whatever humiliation was to come. She was ready for it. After all, this is what she has been experiencing. "You are the one I seek." Her heart stopped beating for a while. "What?" He smiled. "You are the one I seek. In my land, warriors choose their brides, not for their hair, but for spirit. And your spirit is unturned like the wind," he said as he pointed at the river where her reflection stood and stared back at her, smooth and strong. "As a warrior, I have faced many battles and overcome countless challenges, but none of them can compare to the challenge of winning your heart. I promise to love and protect you. Kukenga, will you marry me? Be my wife." And there was silence. The silence stretched between them. Then from the village, the marriage drums began to beat again. This time, they beat for Kukenga and Mailos, the warrior.